If you're looking for the best tactics on FC25, today I have a very big video for you, and of course they have been tested on post-patch. Do you want to complete the best evolutions on FC25, open all of the best packs, and have the best team possible? Well, today I might be able to help you with the best coin service, lootbar.gg. Not only are Lootbar cheap, safe, and reliable, they offer 24/7 customer support, have a 4.9 rating out of 5 on Trustpilot, guaranteed to get your coins within 30 minutes of purchase, and also offers the ability to buy packs directly from Lootbar, which are cheaper than on the game. And you don't just have to take my word for it, plenty of other content creators are using Lootbar. So instead of wasting your money on terrible FC points, go to Lootbar and use code VIPER at checkout to get 10% off all orders. So guys, before we do get into the tactics today, if you do enjoy this content and you want to see more of it, please let me know by leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. This is my Road to Glory account that I started about 10 days ago. If you want to go check out the content, it's on Vipalization 2. These tactics need a bit of explanation, so let's get through it. So of course the first thing to cover is what formation is it, and it's the 4-2-2. I didn't like this formation at the start of the game, but I really do think it provides a lot of solidity with the 2 CDMs, but a lot of attacking intent, which is the main thing with this formation in the attack. You've got 4 attackers essentially, and also with the roles for the 2 CDMs, they do get involved in the attack. The fullbacks also do get involved, and before you click off this video, this is a formation that isn't made to be quite solid defensively. It's meant to be a formation and tactic that has you on the front foot constantly. So 4-2-2, build up style balance. I don't really need to go through this, but it does kind of play very well in the counter attack. So if you want to try this, you can, but I actually feel like balance just gives you a bit of everything. You don't need to play just on the break, whereas if you do go on to counter, you are forced to play counter, and that is it. You don't want to do that, so having it on balance gives you the best of both worlds. You can build up the play if you want to, and you can also play on the break also if you want to. This is big because of course the patch has come out and EA have nerfed 95 depth, and they haven't, they just haven't. It's still really good, and you know, even if it did get nerfed, the thing that I love about playing this high and aggressive is you're constantly catching the opposition offside, which I think is really valuable. And I don't really feel too much of a change with this. You can drop it down to 70 if you want to. I wouldn't recommend any lower than that though. I really like 95 depth still. I still think it's really good, and I would recommend sticking on that because it doesn't feel like it's changed at all. Now, as we move on to roles, guys, this is where this formation becomes absolutely brilliant. Of course, for your goalkeeper, you're going to want to do whatever you think's best. Sweeper keeper plus plus or goalkeeper plus plus, it doesn't really matter. Don't change the focus. There's no need. Just have them on goalkeeper or sweeper keeper. It's kind of your preference only there. What isn't your preference though is your 2 centre backs. Have these both on defender plus plus. It is actually really, really crucial that you do play this correctly, because ball playing defender isn't very good, nor is stopper. It's too aggressive. Defender plus plus gives you the best AI for your centre backs, and also please, please, please try and do this. Have a left footer on the left hand side and a right footer on the right hand side, and make sure they're good at passing. At this stage of the game, you should be able to find centre backs with pretty damn decent passing, and we have got that with Maldini and also Gabriel. Fullbacks. You guys know I love a fullback on my left back and right back. I don't actually do that anymore. What I do is I put both of them on wing back and support. Now this is quite a crazy role to have on your fullbacks, as it means they're going to be pushing up quite high and kind of creating an overload in your midfield. So once again, as I did say, it's attacking more than it is defending. And what this does is it essentially gives you 6 in midfield, which is insane if you're dominating games, as you just can't really get dispossessed unless you make a really silly pass or EA decide to mess you up. It's impossible to really get dispossessed, and it's so easy to win the ball back, especially with the changes to team press now as well, going from 20 seconds up to 45 seconds. And I do manually put that on an awful lot. And your fullbacks are just extra support in the kind of midfield and attacking areas. I think your fullbacks are pretty important on this game, and I also think they're very, very good for scoring goals, Trivella specifically. And not only just that, they do create the overload in midfield, which is really, really disgusting and works really well. Some of you might not like this, and if you don't, just put them on fullback and defend. But I've found this to be absolutely insane. As we move on to the 2 CDMs, arguably the most important positions in the team, I think you guys know what we're going to do here. It's going to be Deep Line Playmaker plus plus on Zaire Emery and build up, and exactly the same for Santos. Although he's only got Deep Line Playmaker Plus, I don't think it really matters. This is the best role on the game. I will not hear any different. This is the best role on the game because whilst they do sit relatively deep, they do kind of come into number 10 at times when you're dominating the ball. And that can be really useful if you've got great passes down here. Zaire Emery's a great passer and a great dribbler of the ball. Same with Santos, very, very good passing. And it's good to have that kind of extra midfielder that isn't just sitting so deep on CDM. You know, if you do put them on holding, they are going to be sitting really deep. And you might want to try one of them on holding. But I just feel like that creates a bit of an imbalance in the team. And you kind of want them to be in tandem together, pushing up together, dropping back together. And that's what I like about Deep Line Playmaker Plus, especially in a 2 CDM formation. It doesn't necessarily work in a 1 CDM formation, but in a 2 double pivot, it's really, really good. Now we're moving on to the cams. And I've got 2 really good cams here. Our RAM is going to be on Shadow Striker Plus. That kind of makes 3 attackers, right? It kind of makes it feel a little bit like the 4-3-2-1 from previous years. You know, the one with the right forward, left forward, or centre forwards, I think, last year. And if you guys know anything about that game, the 4-3-2-1 was insane. And this is what it does, basically, right? It gives you a third striker, almost, is what I would say. And it kind of sets it up exactly like the 4-3-2-1. That's all I've really got to say about Shadow Striker on the RAM. Of course, you can do it on the LAM instead if you want to. But my LAM is going to be on Playmaker Plus Plus. Now, the reason this works so well is, obviously, I can't change it to show you in-game here. But Lang is going to sit in the number 10 role with the Playmaker on. He kind of goes central at all times. And then Stein kind of sits as like an actual striker. So you've got your 2 CDMs. You've then got your LAM, sitting in the number 10 role. And then you've got 3 strikers, which is just so good. And that is why I like having one of them on Playmaker and one of them on Shadow Striker. And then for our strikers, our actual strikers, one of them needs to be on Advanced Forward Plus Plus. People think this is by far and away the only role you can use on your strikers, and that is wrong. But I would always suggest in a 2-striker formation, having at least one of them on Advanced Forward Plus Plus. And then my other striker is going to be the absolute just goal scorer, and they're going to be on Poacher Plus Plus. It's going to be Dries Mertens in this case. And what I recommend in your strikers is having Finesse Plus on both of them. Really good in the box, really dangerous, and I've got that on Muller and also Mertens. And they're just there to score goals, right? They're not brilliant passers. Well, Mertens is actually quite a good passer, but Muller is a terrible passer. And these two are just up here to score goals and interact with each other. You know, Mertens into Muller is quite good because his passing's decent, but Muller is there as the goal scorer, which kind of seems a bit backwards with Mertens being on Poacher Plus Plus, but it's just kind of the positioning and where he stands, which allows him to kind of find that final pass into Muller. And Muller gets a lot of the goals, and Mertens is there as a kind of provider, but does get a lot of goals as well with his Finesse Plus. This 4-2-2 is by far and away the best formation I have used on FC25. Even after the patch, it still works absolutely brilliantly, and I really recommend it. Give it a go, guys. You know, give it a go. It is insane in game. I hope I've explained it well enough. The code is on your screen right now as well. I can also put it in the description if you want it. But this is meant to be attacking. It's meant to be attacking. You will concede goals, but what you will also do is score an awful lot of goals as well. Definitely give this a try because it's really unique. It's really different, but it also provides you with the best attack on the game, in my opinion. The best attack on the game. Guys, if you have enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell, send us a video. But guys, that's going to be it for me for now, so take care.